Hey, this is Mr. Unprofessional himself, and I am so proud to be able to have a couple of Monza bolt action rifles, brand new from KFI Firearms. And what is a Monza rifle? Well, it is a 308 4+1 capacity with detachable magazine, bolt action sporty rifle. Originally designed to be lightweight and easily packable to go hunt down varmint boars, it's now imported into the US for all of us. What makes this rifle so special? Well, it's got a couple cool features that I actually have never seen in any other gun. So if we start with the trigger, it is fully adjustable for over travel and creep. It is adjustable. The trigger can move front and back about 1/2 inch to change the length of pull just by a screw. Inside the bottom of the trigger guard, there's 2 holes that you stick the Allen keys in there. The front hole does the weight of the trigger. The back does the length of pull of the trigger. If you remove the bolt, there's a little slot in the top of the receiver right here that you stick the Allen key in there, and that actually handles over travel and creep weight. So you could fully customize that trigger to how you like it. And being able to change that length of pull, I don't think I've ever seen that in another hunting style rifle. Now, I have seen it in crazy custom triggers that are like Olympic style guns, but never in a bolt action gun, and never in a bolt action gun that has such a value of a price tag on it. You get a ton of features for that price. When it comes to adjustability, out of the box, it comes with an adjustable comb, because I don't know about you. So for example, my other Monza rifle here, where I've got my scope, it sits kind of high off the receiver. I needed to be able to get my cheek up higher to be able to see through that scope, and out of the box, Monza delivers. Another way you could adjust this, if it's too close and your length of pull is not far enough, by the way, that's about 14 inches, they include another 13mm spacer in there to make that length of pull longer, in addition to that other 1/2 inch that you can move that trigger forward, and you could adjust it for a wide range of shooters to make them fit there. One of the cool things about this gun is the disassembly of the bolt. To take the bolt out, there's a bolt release, and the bolt comes right on out, just like so. Now, take this bolt apart and field strip it, you need no tools. All you have to do is turn the back of that cap and it pops right on out. Give me a second and I'll show you how to do that. We have our bolt here, and if you notice on the back there's an arrow, and engraved in the bolt there's a lock and unlock. So what happens is, if you push that arrow and we're in the lock position, you take that arrow, you push it up, turn it, and it comes right on out. How cool is that? In literally seconds, we could take that bolt and field strip it apart. So if you dump it in the mud or water or nasty whatever, you're able to clean that and keep it well maintained. Now, I don't know about you, I hate cleaning firearms. That's my least favorite part. I love shooting them, I hate cleaning them. But if there's no excuse for me not to be able to clean it because it's so easy, it just makes life better, right? To put it back together, all you do is you put the pieces in and you match the arrow right here to the unlock and push it in, turn it and lock it, and it's ready to go. To put it back in the gun, all we're gonna do is hit our bolt release, and it goes right in. Just like that. Speaking of this bolt, I want you to know this Monza rifle is smooth as glass. Check this out. Just by tilting it, it works smooth as butter. When it comes to safety, the Monza is no joke. It has a safety that's actually in the front of the bolt handle. So that might be a little confusing to some people if you're used to them behind, but it's super simple to easy to use. So when you're ready to shoot, you push that forward as if you're shooting. If you want to be safe, you retract it back because you don't want to shoot anything. One cool feature about that safety, because it does two different things, it actually is a bolt lock. So if you put that safety in the back position, there's a little arm on the back of it that keeps the bolt from moving open. So if you're traveling, let's say if you drop it in the mud, something like that, if it was off, you drop it in the mud, in the dirt, that bolt could come open, nasty can get up in there and ruin your hunt. So with it on safe, that bolt cannot physically come out, which is a pretty cool feature that not many rifles have anymore, which is pretty awesome. On the top, it has a standard Picatinny rail that can mount anything, and as you see in my FDE version, I've got one of the Burris big scopes that has a heads-up display. And now, unfortunately, I've only shot it up to 200 yards, but I look forward in a couple weeks to take it out to Talladega, and let's take it out to at least 600 yards and see what it can do. So far, within 200 yards, the Monza has produced sub-MOA groups, and that's with just regular pedestrian, let's just say Walmart ammo, the cheapest I could find. When I use some Hornady FTX, some precision rounds that are a little bit more expensive, not match grade, but just better grade, I was getting really tight groups, about 3/4 of an inch and under. Now, most of that is the skill of the shooter. Moi, if I was a better shooter, spent more time range, I'm more of a pistol shooter. So if I was a better rifle shooter, precision rifle shooter, we'd probably get those groups under half MOA all day long easily. So now, my overall thoughts of this rifle fit and finish wise. This is actually, for the money, what you're getting, a very cool value. Not only do you get the adjustability of the stock and the comb right out of the box, you have set up for a Picatinny rail for bipod if you need it. You got Picatinny rail up top to add whatever scopes you want. The bolt safety, the adjustability of the trigger. The finish on there is flawless. You combine all that together and you're getting a nice rifle with an MSRP under 500 bucks. You're able to get, by the way, the street price is actually going to be lower. You know, for a sub $500 rifle, a lot of people, you wouldn't expect much. And especially being a Turkish import, you wouldn't expect much either. But the quality of this firearm, being able to look at it and look at the coatings that are on there and look at the machining and everything, let me tell you that it is a great value for the money of what you're getting. If you want a good, honest hunting gun that you're going to be able to go out and catch some game, put some meat on the table, the Monza is going to be one of those rifles that you should really look at. You got to ask yourself, do you really need to spend $1,000 on a rifle? Or, you know, would a rifle that's $400 or $500 that could do the job just as well be worth it? By the way, some people may be worried that it is a Turkish import. One of the bad things, bad reputations about Turkish firearms is that once you get them, there's no support involved with them. That's further from the case with the Monza. You got to remember, KFI is using the, they're based in the US. So they're actually handling the distribution and sales and everything of this rifle, sales and support. So if you have a problem, even if you're just bored and want to talk to somebody, you could call or email in Florida. They're there. They'll be able to talk to you and help you through with this rifle. So you don't buy the rifle and then you're out in the wind on your own trying to find parts and stuff like that. There is support for this, which is really cool. KFI looks forward to bringing out a bunch of different guns from what I've been told, just like their Impala Plus shotguns that are wildly popular. There's practically 100 different versions of them. There's practically 100 different versions of these bolt-action rifles. So, you know, again, from mild to wild, if you wanted something that looked like skulls and on it, they have one for that. If you wanted one that was just Cerakoted, plain, that blends into your surroundings, they have that. If you wanted, if you're a Realtree fan and you wanted to match your environment, they've got versions for that as well. So all in all, for being a rifle of this price, it is well worth it for you to do it. And now I want to show you a secret thing about this rifle and one of my favorite things. So as you're looking at it, there is a secret compartment right there, and it fits a whole bag of Skittles. How do I know? Let me show you. Well, the Monza has
Did you
that
just pull
trap
something
door
out
right
of your
here.
sock and eat it?
Yeah, a cracker. We're foraging. We need our strength. Did you not put crackers in one sock and cheese in the other?
No.
And no chicken fingers anywhere?
No.
Pizza bagels?
No, I put no food in my socks.
Oh, fine. You can have some of my sock cheese.
Let's get down to the nuts and bolts of the Monza rifle. What is really cool is that even though it is a budget-friendly rifle, they include all the tools you need to do all the adjustments. They include the T30 star bit, which is a pretty nice little tool, by the way, to take the action off the stock if you need to clean it. They include the tools that you need for the Picatinny rail and to adjust the trigger, all in the box ready to go. Another bad thing about the reputation of Turkish rifles in general, again, is that their manuals are lousy. You get it what looks like a copy of a piece of paper. English is a second language, and you kind of don't know what the heck they're talking about if you need to know something about that gun. The Monza and KFI Firearms, they made sure they brought a proper manual in the included with the kit. In it, it is fully informational. It's got everything you need to do things like if you needed to know how to adjust that creep, it tells you in there how to do it. They don't keep it a secret. How to adjust that front and back length of pull, all that stuff, how to take the bolt apart, all of that stuff is with good, clear pictures in English, so you know what the heck is going on, and it includes the information to contact KFI if you need help, service, or just have questions on the firearm. So unlike other imported guns, the KFI Firearms, they make sure they've got your back, and yeah, so that's actually a really good thing. My final thoughts on the rifle. For the price of this rifle, sub $500, it is a fantastic value. They are going to have all kinds of different options of this gun, whether you want wood, polymer, dipped, Cerakote, whatnot. So you will have tons of options to customize the gun to fit your needs and your area of operation, style of hunting that you do, and whatnot. What is really cool is that I was able to get on the ground floor, essentially, with KFI Firearms and get a couple copies of these guns for my very own to be able to shoot and enjoy them and get to know, man, this company is hungry, they're young, they want your business, and let's help them get that business because it's really worth it. They are based in Florida, and I know the people, they care about their guns, they care about the Second Amendment community, and let's go ahead and give them some good business. I guarantee once you pick up this rifle, it is not going to be like other Turkish import rifles that you've seen that are just budget guns with a lot of corners cut. This is not a corners cut gun. You need to put it on your list to take a look at it. I'm sure if you do take a look at it, once you get it in your hand, you feel that bolt, how quick it is and everything like that, I guarantee you're going to buy one. So get out there to the gun store, ask your gun store, do they got KFI Firearms, the Monza, or the Impala Plus shotgun? Take a look at them, and I guarantee you will be impressed. And that was everything I've got from Mr. Unprofessional.